Welcome, this is Dr. S. Zaid Nabidar. So, in today's lecture, we will be understanding of certain terms, especially what is meant by open loop transfer function. Now, whether when we are talking about the open loop transfer function, does it depict the open loop system? No, it does not depict open loop system. It is regarding the closed loop itself. So, this is a very important concept, open loop transfer function. What does it mean? If you look at this diagram, in the last class, I generated the error transfer U of S was equal to R of S, okay, 1 plus G of S, H of S. Now, in terms of S, we definitely will put an S term here, but in terms of E of T, it was simply R 1 plus G of S, H of S. But now, when I talk about the open loop transfer function basically represents the transfer function between the term B of S by E of S. What does this signify? B of S by E of S. What is B of S? As you can see, the B of S is basically this B of S is what? It is the feedback signal. Feedback signal. And what is E of S? E of S is nothing but the actuation error. The ratio of feedback signal to actuation error is called as the open loop transfer function. Now, if you look at this closely, if you look at this block diagram, so you can clearly see that your C of S is equal to, these two blocks will get multiplied, E of S into G of S. So let this be our equation 1. And now if you look at the B of S value, obviously B of S is a signal that is coming from here and is getting multiplied. So B of S is nothing but C of S into H of S. H of S. So here you substitute the value of C of S from equation 1 to in equation 2. Substitute C of S from 1 to 2 equation, you will get the value here for B of S. B of S would be equal to this. Instead of C of S, you will write E of S, G of S. You have this value for C of S into H of S. So if you get the ratio of the feedback signal with the actuation error signal, this gives you the open loop transfer function, G of S, H of S. So open loop transfer function basically occurs for a closed loop system. Occurs for a closed loop system. So remember this. It's not. Don't get confused that the names is suggesting open loop and you are considering it for the open loop system. And there is another transfer function, that's a straightforward transfer function from the equation 1. You will get C of S by E of S. C of S is what? C of S is the desired output, and here desired output, and this is the actuation error. Actuation error. So this is basically, this signal is called as the feed forward transfer function. Feed forward transfer function. Transfer function. So previously we have studied in our lecture number 1 that the closed loop transfer function, that is nothing but your output signal C of S by R of S was given as G of S divided by 1. If the signal was negative here plus, then it would have been minus, and if the signal is in negative, then it will be plus G of S, H of S. So clearly you can see that if open loop transfer function somewhere it is given, open loop transfer function is given, you can replace this equation C of S by R of S in this format also. G of S is equal to 1 plus minus, what is this? This is nothing but the open loop transfer function. So you can write open loop transfer function. Hope you have understood this. This is a small lecture to clear all your doubts. So this where I have studied, this I have studied from the book Ogata, page number 19. You can refer to the books. So that's why time and again I'm telling you, before following any YouTube channel, please read the books. I watched, but they are not clearly explaining it in a manner it should be explained. Hope you have understood the lecture. Thank you very much. I'll stop it here.